Match week 26 draws to a close as we head to Ohio's capital city of Columbus. Two teams looking to claw their way out of the bottom of the Eastern Conference table meet up. Columbus Crew 2, playing for points and pride, welcomes Inter Miami 2 to town, fighting for their playoff lives. Welcome inside historic Crew Stadium alongside our Season Pass team. I'm Jake Griffith. Glad to have you alongside us. Just weeks remain in the MLS NEXT Pro regular season, and we take a look at our Eastern Conference standings. They tell the full picture. New York Red Bulls 2, Philadelphia Union 2. Right now, the only two teams in the East that have locked up postseason berths. Further down the table, you have Columbus, eliminated from playoff contention. For Inter Miami 2, just 5 points clear of Columbus Crew 2. They must win today, otherwise they are eliminated from playoff contention as well. A contentious battle between Inter Miami 2 and Columbus Crew 2, who enter losers of back-to-back matches. Crew 2 coming off a lopsided loss against Red Bull New York 2, 7-4. At one point, though, cut the deficit down to just 2 goals in that fixture. As we look at our starting 11 for manager Federico Higuain and Crew 2, rolling with a 3-4-3, 4 personnel changes across this 11, 2 of those coming in the midfield. Nico Rincon, he'll play a bit higher up the pitch today, but Rincon re-entering the fold, and he is the chief chance creator for this Columbus Crew 2 side. 27 chances created on the season. Meanwhile, Inter Miami, they enter also losers of back-to-back contests, and they have conceded 12 goals in the last 270 minutes of play. Trying to get on the right side of that equation today. Manager Christian Ledesma and the Herons going with a 4-3-3, 3 personnel changes across this 11. One of those coming up front. Mateo Saha will slide over into the center striker role. He's flanked by Alejandro Flores. Flores, the 19-year-old out of Spain, making his 13th start in that 3-striker approach for Ledesma and company. This is the second meeting of 2025 and the final one between Crew 2 and Inter Miami. Columbus, they've taken 8 of the last 12 possible points against the Herons, but it was Inter Miami getting the better of Columbus 4-2 all the way back in the early stretches of the season. At one point, that contest was tied 2-2 in the second half before Inter Miami ripped off 2 unanswered to take all 3 points down in Fort Lauderdale. Salvador Flores is our center referee. He sounds the whistle, and we're underway between Inter Miami and Columbus Crew. Quickly thumped out of play. Inter Miami will have the throw, and it will allow Columbus to shift those numbers higher up the pitch to get that high press set. Such a commonplace tactic now in the modern game of soccer. Columbus in the all-yellow, Inter Miami in the all-black with the pink accents. Theo Vorenkamp with it, has to peel this one back. Columbus Crew 15th in the Eastern Conference, just 17 points, on pace for their lowest table finish in club history. Prior to this season, Columbus had reached 3 consecutive Eastern Conference finals, the only team in MLS NEXT Pro history to do just that. Inter Miami will have the throw. The Herons not far off the pace of Columbus. We showed you in our broadcast open, separated by just 5 points these two teams are. High press wins it back here for Columbus, and they'll reset things. Coming into the final month and a half-ish of the regular season, this Columbus Crew 2 coaching staff, they had identified, looking at the mathematics of it, that playoff qualifying teams will average about 1.6 points per match on the season earned. And that is the goal that this Columbus Crew 2 coaching staff have set. Try to average about 1.6 points earned per match down the stretch of the season. As it's lobbed all the way forward, Inter Miami showing off some of that verticality early. Rolled into space, they find Alloway, who cuts it inside. Here's Rincon. Now Rogers over the top. Alloway looking to run this one down, flanked by Vorenkamp, who will let it roll across the touchline and out for a throw. We highlighted Mateo Saha at the top of our broadcast for the Herons, and for good reason. 11 goal contributions on the season for the 17-year-old from Argentina. 10 goals of his own. The offense has gone quiet over the last few matches for Inter Miami, trying to find their footing once more as Columbus will roll this one back to Abraham Romero. Cleared out a play by Inter Miami. Daniel Sumaya putting a foot into that, and it will be a throw. Romero, the aforementioned netminder, making his first Next Pro start or appearance since September 20th of last season against Carolina Core FC. 2 goals allowed, 2 saves in the full 90 minutes rather for Columbus Crew 2. Acquired by the Columbus first team back in August of 2024 via a trade with LAFC. Miami trying to weave through traffic, taken down is Alejandro Flores, and that will draw our first whistle. And at the top goes Inter Miami, trying to find options going forward. None to be found there. Alex Shaw flanked by a number of defenders and coming to rest at the feet of Romero, who plays it out. One of the areas that Columbus, in that first matchup between these two teams back in March, they struggled to deal with Inter Miami's vertical game. The Herons completing 65% of their long passes over the top in that contest en route to a 4-2 win. Away initially, Rogers picks the pieces up, but Columbus having real issues here, trying to get it across the halfway line. And now Adu Giamfi will work it forward. Palmbek trying to turn on this, knocked off the ball, won back by Columbus. Libera able to win it back, and they roll it all the way over to Romero. Columbus coming off that 7-4 loss against Red Bull New York 2 on the road. Federico Higuain this week, he said it was a match of 2 different halves. Felt like they had poor defensive transitions in that first half against Red Bull New York 2. 4 of their 7 goals coming in that first 45 minutes as Alloway blocks the clearance out. Rolls across the line, and it will be a throw for Inter Miami 2. The second half, though, in that loss against New York Red Bull 2, they were much happier with. And they turned their attention now to this match, and in the eyes of Higuain and the coaching staff, turned in a strong performance in that second half against the best team in the league, and now trying to apply those same lessons, those same tactics here against this Inter Miami side. Romero boots it all the way forward. He's trying to run it down. Coming out is Marcos Simeone, who clears it away. And it's a quick throw in from Columbus. Just 1 win in Columbus's last 4 home fixtures here inside historic Crew Stadium. 2 total home victories since the start of May. Carrying it forward is Rogers. Out wide, up ahead, Simeone, the kick save made. A good ball in, finding Kevin Bombley, denied by Inter Miami's young netminder, just 16 years old. Simeone making only his 4th start, 5th total appearance of 2025. His pro debut in the 2-1 win against Atlanta United 2 last month. Shaw trying to corral it in. Ultimately possessed by Saha, but the flag will come up for offside. And look at the effort again from Marco Simeone, a great ball forward. Good first touch from Bombley. Able to push it around the defender. Well read by the 16-year-old. He made 3 saves, allowed just 1 goal in his pro debut against Atlanta United 2. Alloway conceding some ground here. Columbus trying to break down this aggressive high press of Inter Miami. Takes a deflection off the defender, falls forward. It's Otto Giamfi now, wants to cross. Sends that service in, it's sailing behind the net, and ultimately whistled down. Miami 2 still a long way to go before they can find themselves climbing up the Eastern Conference table, but still mathematically alive in the playoff hunt, trailing Orlando City B, their Florida Derby rivals, by 11 points right now for that final playoff spot in the East because of Carolina Corps' win against Crown Legacy earlier this week. That puts the onus on Inter Miami having to win to stay alive. A loss officially eliminating them. As Rogers can't corral it in, that rolls out, and Shaw will have a throw for Inter Miami 2. It'll be a tall task today for Inter Miami trying to stay alive in that playoff hunt. Winless in 3 straight road fixtures. Deflected back to Shaw. There's another whistle though. And the flag had come up for offside. Winless in 3 straight away fixtures for Inter Miami. Just 1 win in their last 6 matches away. They come into this Sunday contest just having lost 3 of their last 4 Sunday matches, but 3rd fewest away victories in the Eastern Conference this season. Whistles here from Salvador Flores, our center referee. The restart delayed, but now finally found. And worked back down by Inter Miami 2. Off to the races. Here comes Columbus. It's Rincon! Tucked in! Columbus Crew on the counter, thanks to Nico Rincon. 1-0 Columbus. Inter Miami were starting to build things, just momentarily knocked off the ball and speeding forward with it. Rincon back in the fold, back on the score sheet for Columbus Crew 2, his 3rd of the season. Federico Higuain wanted to see Columbus come in and impose themselves on Inter Miami 2. Playing exactly their style to bag the opening goal, and a fast start at home for Columbus. Miami now quickly looking for the response, worked all the way up ahead, out left. Rolled inside, seeking Plombeck. That pass was behind him. Sai with the interception. Sai, such an asset defensively for Columbus as Otto Giamfi clears it out. It's quickly thrown back in by Inter Miami. Sai, the team's leader in tackles per 90 minutes and interceptions per 90 minutes. Now Vorenkamp goes forward with it. Shaw. Trying to knot it back along, ultimately falls to the feet of Rogers, and Rogers will steer that one clear. Take the pressure off at least for a moment. Flores, though, at the halfway line. Flores. Now tucked inside. Keedy able to switch it over. Here's Vorenkamp. Miami, though, having trouble finding some options going ahead. Midfield shape of Columbus causing some issues early on. Probably able to take the touch and turn it forward. Now spins this out wide to Alloway. Sai now rolls this one ahead, out of the reach of Alloway. Claimed by Inter Miami too. They cough it up though. One back by Plombeck eventually. Now here's Shaw operating. It will be a throw for Inter Miami too, over on this near touchline. Enrico Higuain will hand the ball over to Theo Vorenkamp. Higuain very familiar with this Inter Miami organization, spent the last 3 seasons prior to coming over to his former club in Columbus Crew as the Inter Miami 2 manager. Intercepted here by the Herons, kept on in this half. Now worked forward. Abadi Areda operating on the left, drives it inside. Deflected out off Palacios, and it's a corner one by Inter Miami 2. Recovery by Abadi Areda, driving that one in. And Saha on the far post. He was well defended by Palacios. Five total set-piece goals this season for Inter Miami 2. 2 of those coming off corners. Been dangerous at times on these set pieces under their manager, Christian Ledesma. Plombeck will handle this from the far flag. Plombeck swings it in toward goal. Everyone's heading out. As the season continues to wind to a close, Miami struggling to hold on to it. Now thumped forward. Racing it down is Ortiz. Ortiz nods it along. Ortiz, the cutback. Probably with it for a moment. He'll lay it off. Onto Giamfi. Second ball served in, headed wide. Columbus, their aggressiveness defensively, all kinds of problems for Inter Miami. They want it back, able to quickly get forward toward goal. And Christian Ortiz, a towering header, but not put on target. Lower mortgage rates, that's simple. Finance your home at lower.com. Columbus with the early goal in transition. Thanks to Nico Rincon, his 3rd of the season. It's been the difference maker so far. We'll steer this one back to Romero, who skies it forward, trying to clear it. And a whistle, a late one from Salvador Flores. And now it's Columbus asking all the questions. 2 total shots on target. They have the advantage in possession as well. 12th best possession team, average numbers wise, in MLS Next Pro this season. But it's Inter Miami with a free kick here in this attacking half. Plombeck whips this into a crowd, falling through toward goal. Cleared away by Columbus. Danger not averted yet. Ortiz trying to weave through traffic, and there is a whistle that will bring this contest to a stoppage. Dangerous ball. Defender struggling to corral that one in. Fell right in front of Rubalcaba. Columbus, though, able to come away unscathed, and Romero will work this one forward. Rincon on the move, slipped inside, it's Bombley. Pushed a little too far in front of him, cleared out, and it will be a throw for Rincon and Columbus Crew too. As the season continues to wind to a close, Federico Higuain had a chance to reflect on what he called a difficult season for Columbus, but he acknowledged that this is maybe the first time that they have made a concerted effort to really play on this Columbus Crew 2 side. Their youngest academy players possible and get them as much experience and minutes. Columbus, though, they've always adhered to that mentality of play your kids, as they say on social media. This from distance goes sailing wide. Guys like a Tristan Brown, guys like a Taha Harbrun come to mind for Columbus in terms of that young talent rising through the ranks. Young talent on display right now for Columbus as Rincon having such an excellent first 20 minutes. Got a hold of that one, but couldn't put it on the target. Camp trying to turn away from pressure, instead turned right into it. Change of possession will occur via the throw in, and Columbus will have it. That organizational mentality, though, for Columbus that Higuain had talked about this week, about wanting to go extremely young with this roster this season. He said it all starts from the top down. There's such an emphasis in Columbus on wanting to develop young talent. He acknowledged that Columbus Crew, organizationally, they give the young guys the opportunities, but it's up to the players to then go take it and run with it. Camp trying to clear it away. Ricochets off the defender. Bombeck able to tightrope the touchline, and now here's Shaw with options. Shaw carrying it on. Shaw's cut back in front, sailing wide. They found Flores on the late arriving run. Didn't have the numbers. A good job by Columbus to get back quickly. Shaw trying to peel it back through the middle, finding Flores, and Flores, he'll want that effort back. Romero goes ahead with it. It's to Bombley now, and Bombley turning on the Jets, flanked by Adu Giamfi, looking for the give and go back outside. Bombley will run it down. Knocked out of play. Columbus Crew will have the throw. Kevin Bombley coming over to Columbus in April of this season on a loan from the Ivory Coast, and he has been such a big boost. Now 5 goal contributions this season, including his assist on the Nico Rincon opener. Consecutive throws now for Adu Giamfi and company. Out of play again by Inter Miami 2. It's 3 straight throws for Columbus in toward this final third. Sai leaves it off. Here's Adu Giamfi, rolls it back. Palacios over to Rogers. The captain's armband today for Columbus. Here's Rogers, the Ohio native. 22 starts in as many appearances this season, including today. They switch it over to him. Sai now will step forward. Sai lifts it out wide. Here's Alloway, edge of the area. Alloway shifting to the end line. Alloway cuts it inside. Stopped again by Simeone. The Herons, though, can't clear the lines. Pressure kept on by Rogers and Columbus crew, too. It's been all Columbus in this opening half, but now Inter Miami, an opportunity on the counter here. It's Shaw. Shaw rolls it centrally, deflected away and cleared away. Shaw able to step inside. Now Shaw trying to roll it inside, wanting Vorenkamp. Vorenkamp's cross blocked. Recovery by Cesar Rubalcaba, rather. Stepping into one from distance. Raina trying to go high with that one, and instead sends it into the stands. And it will be a goal kick. To Miami all season, they've been aggressive with that back line. Keeping all four in the attacking half of things, trying to keep the pressure on. Columbus, though, very nearly on the other end moments ago, going up 2-0. Nationwide, the official insurance partner of the Columbus Crew. Rolled along the back. Here's Sumaya, Miami native. Sumaya, 12th start of the season. This Inter Miami 2 side. Swing it forward. Back over the top they go. Man racing in behind. It's Shaw off the volley. And Shaw sends it wide. A good pass in behind. Shaw hearing a bit of footsteps running behind him, and Rogers an opportunity to take an extra touch there to get a better effort, and instead sent high. All three of Inter Miami's shots so far in these opening 25 minutes have yet to find the target. We have a whistle and a stoppage. They have found a way to close the possession gap ever so slightly. At one point earlier on in this first half, it was over 60% possession for the home side, Columbus Crew 2. Miami knifing forward with it, falls through to the other side. Shaw, pass intercepted. Palacios now under duress. Slipped ahead, Rincon will nod it along, and quickly going forward with it, it's Columbus. Played into space, Bombley! Another electric build-up for Columbus, very quickly turning defense into offense. That's just such an excellent ball played out wide by Rincon. Bombley able to run it down, but couldn't put it on frame. Will get it back. The captain's armband today. No Daniel Pinter in the team sheet today for Inter Miami 2. Pinter is away on international duty, called up to the U.S. U19 youth national team for their September training camp window down in Georgia. Ferraino will run that one down. Breaking out with it, it's Inter Miami. Rokiti has to give it up. Pass ahead, finding Shaw once more. Slid inside, Ledesma trying to switch it over, wanted Vorenkamp. It's well read by Alloway and Columbus, knocked out of play. Alloway with it, pinned on the near touchline. Rincon able to get a piece of it. Can't run it down though before it rolls out. And Shaw and Inter Miami will have the throw. Quickly into Shaw, whips this inside near the spot. Palacio steps up and clears it out of play again. Miami too, they've had good approaches in toward the final third. Good spells of possession. When they get into that final space, things have started to bunch up. There's been a lack of options. We have another whistle from Salvador Flores, our center referee, but play will resume as Romero puts it back into play. Flores sounds the whistle. Columbus impeded. They will have a free kick. Ibrasai trying to step up there and did. Able to take it away from Inter Miami, but take it down. Rincon will set things up for this free kick in the attacking half for Columbus Crew 2. There's one free kick goal scored this season for Columbus as a team. Rincon does have Anthony Alloway, who just walked out of frame right there on the left side of the screen. Rincon, a goal already today. He'll boot this into a crowd. Short header away, falls in front. De Libera's effort blocked, and now quickly speeding forward is Inter Miami. Columbus able to get on their horse and get all the way back defensively, stymieing the Inter Miami counter. Plombeck taken down, and this will be our first booking of the day. Rubalcaba going into the book. A look back at the effort initially off the set piece from De Libera, blocked away, and it allowed Inter Miami to race forward with it. Columbus got all the way back, and then at the end of it, right there in the center of your screen, Rubalcaba taking Plombeck down. Now Alloway handcuffed here. Official healthcare provider and fan of the Columbus Crew, Ohio Health, believe in we. Columbus clearance intercepted, pressure kept on here again. Rokiti with the takeaway. Inter Miami U17 Academy man. Stretch pass forward, keeper off his line, tapped in front. Shaw cleared off the line by Columbus. Back on over to Vorenkamp. Now Shaw lays it back off. Here's Vorenkamp again. Turns, fires toward goal. Cabo will clear it away. shoved all the way back down the pitch, and that is where Inter Miami will pick things up. Urquidy going to steer it over. Finding Marco Simeone, 2 saves in this first half. 2 important ones for Inter Miami too, and an important goal clearance moments ago from Columbus Crew too. Miami so far in this first half, they've been very insistent on using those switching passes constantly, trying to move Columbus all around side to side. Columbus, though, maintaining their shape very well. Palacios able to win it back from Inter Miami too. Ruvalcaba now. Rincon has one today, leading the charge now for Columbus. Forward to Alloway on the left. Here's Anthony Alloway. Alloway's cutback pass. Defender had slipped, but able to get back to his feet and clear the lines. Cone will work it forward. Alloway. Find a teammate inside. Ortiz going to ground. Ortiz whistled for the foul. And Ortiz extremely animated after it. Alloway's pass just a step behind Christian Ortiz, who went to ground. Prior to that, though, Inter Miami 2. A real opportunity to pull back level right in front, deflecting off the foot of Mateo Saha. And Ruvalcaba able to clear it off the line and out, keeping Columbus in front as we charge in just 10 minutes away from the halftime whistle here in Columbus, Ohio. Columbus has the lead thanks to the 10th minute goal from Nico Rincon. And they have the advantage in basically every other statistical category as well. Shots on target. Already 4 big scoring chances generated. Columbus has made a real effort to get into that penalty area as well. 10 touches taken inside the Inter Miami penalty area. 6 of their 7 shots so far today have been taken inside the 18. Under duress, Simeone got rid of it at the right time. Now turned upfield by Inter Miami 2. Off the heels of Vorenkamp. He'll slice it inside to Shaw. Shaw coughing it up though, and now we have another whistle. This is a standalone Sunday match to close out match week 26. More action. New England and Huntsville in the Eastern Conference, Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Hard to believe we're inching closer and closer to decision day. October 5th is when everyone will find out their playoff fates. This funneled forward. Here's Shaw. Shaw trying to sidestep Rogers. It's a tough task, though. Rogers, very stout defender for Columbus, and showcasing that again, clearing it out, and they will have the throw. Ortiz tries to nod it forward. De Libera doing his best as well. Kept on, though, by Inter Miami. Deflected off a defender for Columbus. It rolls out, and it'll stay on this end. Inter Miami will have another corner. Two total corners in this first half so far. The Herons have had both of them, including this. Flores will steer it in. Driven near post, rolls out of play. Consecutive corners now for Inter Miami 2. They quickly play it in on the short option. Plombeck, second ball served in. Glancing header to the back post, but falling out of play. And Romero will have the goal kick. Trying to get crafty on that short ball in on the corner. Just unable to put it on the target and force a save from Romero, and that's been the real story of this first half for Inter Miami 2. They've had their chances, unable to take them, mainly because they just haven't been able to get those shots on the target zone. Cabo will have a throw for Columbus, rather a free kick that is, after the whistle. Romero will come out, the California native, 27 years old, to put this back into play. Great experience in Romero's career, spent time with Pachuca, then LA Galaxy too, prior to their name change to Ventura County. When Galaxy 2 were in USL, then stints with Orange County and Las Vegas Lights of the USL as well, before going to LAFC and then arriving with Columbus. Rogers off the feed from Palacios, fights off one challenge. Now Ibra Sai will push the tempo here. Sai hesitates, connects with Alloway. De Libera, the Columbus Crew Academy man, slides it across. Ruvalcaba. Back forward, here's Bombley. Miami too, they love to use those sideline traps to pin teams against the near and far touchlines. Columbus has been able to move the ball quickly to get away from those a lot in this first half, but that time coming up successfully there with the Herons, and it's quickly thrown back in. A short-lived bit of possession though for Inter Miami too. They haven't consistently been able to get across the halfway line with ease. Midfield four of Columbus making life very difficult for Inter Miami. Now here comes Columbus again. Nadu Giamfi gives it back to De Libera. Rasai directing traffic. Gives it back to Ruvalcaba. Alloway to Sai. Back to Alloway. Lifted forward, but headed away by Inter Miami, and it falls to Shaw. Rincon able to step up and win it back. Nico Rincon has just been flying all around. Had the opening goal very nearly, had a second, whistling it wide of the near post just minutes after putting Columbus up in front. Handed a number of defensive actions as well in this first half. Brought a real spark to this first 11 on the pitch for Columbus. Now they work it over. Here's Alloway on the left. Alloway sidestepping one. Ball work here for Columbus now. Adu Giamfi plays it inside. Ibra Sai forward. Alloway. Alloway in behind, wanting Bombley. Too much weight behind that though. Barreling in toward the halftime whistle from Salvador Flores, our center referee. Columbus right now leading 1-0 and wanting more, continuing to ask questions in this first half of Inter Miami 2, putting the Herons under a lot of pressure Columbus, their high press wins it back again. Bombley looking to roll it ahead. Wanted Ortiz. Cut out by Inter Miami. Sai negotiating through traffic. Up ahead, Rincon fights off one. Now Rincon forward, it's Alloway wanting to cross. Alloway cuts it centrally, 2-0. Kevin Bombley came close once today and now gets across the finish line to double the advantage for Columbus. What a first half it's been for Columbus Crew 2. One back again near that halfway line, just not allowing Inter Miami to get a sigh of relief, get a breather. Great ball played in by Alloway, rolling right to the feet of Kevin Bombley, who does the rest, slotting it past Marco Simeone. The goal for Columbus: impose themselves, play their game, never give up. Those are the things Federico Higuain wanted to see from his team. And the young Capybaras have imposed themselves in these opening 45 minutes. Columbus bookending the opening half. After going up early, just 10 minutes in. They wanted Theo Vorenkamp on the right. Alloway able to jump in front of it. Now Vorenkamp looking for an explanation from the assistant referee. It has been a frustrating opening 45 minutes for Inter Miami. And in truth, a frustrating last few weeks for Inter Miami too, continuing on here in this opening half on the road against Columbus.
The fourth official on the sideline has indicated a minimum of
just 1 minute of added time at the end of this opening half. Goals in the 10th and 43rd minute for Columbus Crew 2. And put them in business at home. One last push here before the whistle though for Miami. And quickly knocked away by Columbus. Talk to any coach around MLS NEXT Pro that's been in the league for a few years, and they'll tell you that this Columbus Crew 2 team, they really try to play that Wilfred Nancy style of soccer that Columbus Crew and their first team manager play. And one of those core pillars of that, a strong midfield that can really dictate the tone and tempo of the match. Columbus doing exactly that here in this opening half, using their midfield prowess to their advantage. Long pass over the top. Abadi Areda pulls it down on the move. Abadi Areda knocked off the ball. There is the whistle from Salvador Flores, and the final act of the first half in the books. Columbus doubling up Inter Miami at the halftime break, 2-0. Coming up, highlights, stats, and our upcoming schedule as the playoff picture takes shape. But first, a pair of player features, both from LAFC 2. We start with a local player who grew up in the LA area and earned a spot in the MLS Next All-Star game a few years ago. Here's our first player profile on Brian Moyado.
My name is Brian Moyado. I play for LAFC 2 and my position is center defensive mid.
For Brian Moyado, wearing the black and gold has been more than a dream. Growing up in Los Angeles, Brian found more than just a club. He found a home.
It means a lot. Growing up here in LA, this is a club that gave me a lot of opportunities, and which I'm really grateful for. Not only me, but my family. we're really grateful for this club, and it means a lot to me. You know, just wearing this badge every day, coming into the facilities every day, it just gives you that energy to work hard and just keep on progressing every day.
From the academy to the professional stage, Brian has grown with LAFC, on the field and off of it.
This club changes you a lot. It matures you at a young age for sure. I had a big injury 2 years ago, so I feel like that injury for sure made me more mature outside of the field. And also just the staff here for sure they push you outside of the field to be your better self.
That growth soon turned into recognition. Brian was named to the inaugural MLS Next All-Star Game in 2022.
You play with all the best from MLS Next, so it was a fun game. I had a lot of fun. It just gives you that encouragement to keep on pushing, and you know, I told myself, you're doing great, but the job is not done, so just keep on pushing.
And in 2023, Moyado achieved a milestone that meant everything, his professional debut.
It meant a lot, not only for me, but for my family. We were very grateful for that opportunity that LAFC gave me. And that only meant one step closer, which was getting to the first team level. So it just motivates you to keep on working. It was a big accomplishment.
As a player, Brian prides himself on keeping things simple, dictating tempo, and doing the work that often goes unnoticed.
The way I would describe my game is, I mean, it's pretty simple. I keep it simple. I don't like to be too flashy. You know, 1-2 touches. I give some, I guess, tempo to the game. If we gotta play quick, then we'll play quick. If we gotta keep it calm, then we'll play calm.
What I like about Brian is that he's someone that's dealt with adversity. He's been through the injury process and has worked himself back to really good rhythm. He has a vision and really links us up in the midfield position to progress the ball in our possession progression. He's a hard worker and very good professional.
Moyado's journey has also included the honor of representing the U.S. on the international stage.
It was amazing, man. Those are good memories, memories that you never, you know, take for granted. It was great opportunities. It gives you exposure not only from here from LA, but you know, from all over the world. And it meant a lot for me, you know, just putting that badge on for the first time. It just gives you that energy to, you know, represent your country at the top level and give it your all every game, you know. I feel like just the intensity of these training camps is just so high. Everything is just so intense that you're always at your 100%. Bringing that into this environment back not only helps me, but also helps my teammates.
Through it all, Brian remains grounded, humble, hardworking, and focused on enjoying every step.
MLS debutant Kevin Sullivan. Luna. Yes! That is a banger! Absolute scorcher! Spectacular save from Dane St. Clair.
Action.
I'm hanging on like a fridge to a magnet. It's a jigsaw with all the right pieces. You and me, we go good together. You and I go good together. You and I, we go good together. We go good together.
Back in Columbus, halftime continues here with our second player profile on LAFC midfielder Jude Terry. Terry is another local player who made his way from the U12 squad up to MLS Next Pro and earned a spot on the USA U17 national team. The future is bright for Jude Terry. Take a look.
Jude Terry, I'm a central midfielder and I play for LAFC. When I first started the academy, I wasn't the smallest guy, but I was one of the younger guys, and I feel like that in a way helped me.
Jude's journey with LAFC began when he joined the academy at age 12. The Chula Vista native quickly learned the value of playing up against older competition.
When I first started the academy, I wasn't the smallest guy, but I was one of the younger guys, so obviously going through the academy, going up the ranks, I was always considered one of the younger guys, and I feel like that in a way helped me. Always having to play with older guys, getting that experience early with the 07s and the U15 GA Cup and the playoffs. I think that helped me. Yeah, no, the academy, I always got opportunities. I think LAFC is a really good club where they give opportunities to younger guys. They try to move them through the ranks when they're ready, and I think that helped me and ultimately got me to where I am now.
Those early lessons prepared him for the next step, making his MLS Next Pro debut with LAFC 2.
It was the first game of the season with the second team, and building up through that in preseason, I was getting some playing time in the preseason friendlies. I was training good. I was talking with Coach Junior, and he was not saying that I was going to debut, but kind of hinting at it. And leading up to that game, I kind of went into that game knowing that I was going to play. So I went in, I was excited, I was ready, and getting that debut was just that next step in my career. And obviously I was excited, I was happy, and it was just a great experience.
Competing week in and week out at the professional level gave Jude a new perspective on his game and pushed him to keep improving.
Jude is a very special player. His ability to understand spaces on the field, change a rhythm with the ball, his positioning without the ball, his ability to make final passes, to create goal-scoring opportunities is very good.
Yeah, last year, obviously when I wasn't signed, it was good. It was good for me. It showed me a little glimpse of what the pro level was like, and it helped me develop into what LAFC needs. And obviously I'm still trying to improve and trying to break into that first team, but yeah, getting minutes with the second team, getting regular minutes as a starter with the second team last year was really good. It helped me develop.
I do feel that he is now understanding that the game is a lot faster when you move up to a second team environment at such a young age, even with the international games that he's playing with the USA youth national team, and also the first team opportunities that he's had in preseason. And he's now bought into working on the defensive side of the ball. That work is just as important as the work with the ball.
Jude Terry taking one on! A wicked deflection and 1-1!
Jude has stepped into a bigger role with higher expectations and a greater impact on the pitch.
I think last season, it was obviously, since I was starting off, it was a little different role for me. I was almost just getting into it. I was just getting into that pro environment, but now signing that homegrown, I've kind of got a different role in the team and a role that expects a lot out of me.
Whether dictating play, creating chances, or doing the dirty work defensively, Jude's versatility has earned him recognition and ultimately a homegrown contract.
When I got that call where they're like, oh, they're gonna offer you a homegrown, it was definitely exciting. It was definitely that moment where like, oh, I'm getting what I want in a way. It was definitely a moment to remember.
For Jude, representing the U.S. on the international stage has given him perspective on what it means to wear the crest.
Being able to represent your country, it's what you want to do as a player. It's what you want to have in your career, being able to wear that crest, being able to wear that jersey and enjoy it with your teammates. Obviously, you don't see those guys all the time, but sometimes I feel like those connections you make in that national team are some that are the most meaningful and last a lifetime. So yeah, no, being able to wear that jersey, it's something you wear with pride, you wear with honor. It's something that every time you step on the field, you're not just playing the game anymore. You're playing for something and you're playing to represent something. So
I believe his future is really bright within our country, hopefully for our national teams, and in these next years that he's getting an opportunity with the first team.
At the end of the day, if you don't play the game with passion and you don't love the game, then you're not going to enjoy what you're doing. And at the end of the day, I feel like that for me is something that I do. I just play the game with as much passion, and I try to enjoy every moment. And I feel like when I'm at my best, like I'm just enjoying it.
Should be a fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
Yeah, I know I'm really attracted. I'm hanging on like a fridge to a magnet. The jigsaw with all the right pieces. You and me, we go good together. You and I go good together. You and I, we go good together. We go good together.
Action.
If I got it, then I bought it. Take a bite, cause I want it. And I know I got the taste for the cake. And I take what I make and I flaunt it, flaunt it. Got diamonds on my necklace. I live how I like. So looks is getting reckless. I'm feeling myself and you can't break my vibe. I'm feeling myself and you can't break my vibe. You can't break my vibe. You can't break my vibe.
Back in Columbus, 2-0 at the halftime break in favor of the home side. Columbus Crew 2, a dominant 45 minutes in the books for Crew 2 over Inter Miami 2. Let's catch you up on the action to come as we take a look at our upcoming MLS Next Pro slate. The Eastern Conference shifting into the full spotlight over the next few days. New England Revolution, Huntsville City, they'll kick things back off on Monday. Huntsville inching closer to locking up a playoff spot. Right now, only two teams in the Eastern Conference, Philadelphia and Red Bull New York, have those honors. It's a two-match week for New England. They'll be back in action against Toronto FC. Busy week all around the Eastern Conference. Let's catch you up on how we got to this point in our match with our halftime highlights. Early on, it was Columbus asking all the questions of Inter Miami. Marco Simeone, heroics with the kick save, denying Kevin Bombley. But then back comes Columbus, helped along by Bombley, touched toward goal by Rincon, and it's in. Just 10 minutes into the contest, and Columbus were out in front 1-0. Crew 2, they wouldn't be done though. Switching pass out wide, Alloway with it now, heading to that end line. Alloway trying to cut it in front. Simeone, another kick save, but Columbus utilizing those wide areas would come back into play later on in the first half. However, Inter Miami would knock on the door. A shot off the volley, fired wide of goal. Columbus then back on another breakaway opportunity. Bombley whistles it wide of the far post. Rincon and Bombley, a real thorn in the side of the Herons in the first half. Inter Miami would come back down the pitch. The best opportunity they had to equalize, cleared off the line by Rubalcaba. That would keep it 1-0, and Columbus would then start to turn the screws some more. Alloway into space. Alloway cuts it centrally, finding Kevin Bombley. It's goals in 3 straight games for Bombley, and Columbus doubling up Inter Miami 2 at the halftime break. Columbus Crew, not just the advantage in possession, almost 55% possession in that first 45 minutes, but they held Inter Miami to just 4 total shots. Meanwhile, Columbus 8 shots, 4 on target. back inside historic Cruz Stadium. It was all about the Columbus offense in that first 45 minutes. 2 goals has them on top of Inter Miami 2. Even though the offense shining for Columbus Crew in that first 45 minutes, it really started defensively for Columbus, especially that middle third of the pitch. Columbus really using that midfield to create a lot of numerical advantages against Inter Miami. Conversely, on the defensive side of things, just not allowing Miami with ease to get across that halfway line. Inter Miami had to rely heavily on the long ball in that first 45 minutes. They did complete almost 70% of them, 21 of their long passes completed. However, that was really the only tool rather, in their arsenal that they had to attack Columbus with, making Inter Miami one-dimensional. Whistle sounds from Salvador Flores. We're back underway. 3 changes at the halftime break for Inter Miami. Basabe will come on. He's joined by Ido Zeltzer Zubida. Columbus quickly forward with it now. Look forward, Otto Giamfi, slide it back inside, it's Sai steps one, Sai going for goal, and angling that one out of play for a goal kick to Marcos Simeone. The other of the trifecta of changes, Diego Rey, the 19-year-old on. Real offensive-minded changes for Christian Ledesma at the halftime break. 10 goal contributions on the season for Zeltzer Zubida. As Columbus puts that out of play, it will be a throw-in for Inter Miami 2. Ray, 3 goal contributions in 2025. Quickly forward, it's Bombley. Bombley, one of 2 goal scorers in that first half. Trying to feed it to Otto Giamfi. Ferraina under pressure, able to clear it away. Palacios keeps it on, though. Still Otto Giamfi. He'll slide it back. De Libera to Rincon. Large stretches in that first half that Columbus were able to just keep this ball across the midfield stripe in the attacking half and keep the pressure on as Palacios steps forward, finding Ortiz. Ortiz trying to knife his way in. Inter Miami were looking for the offside flag. It never came up. Basabe now. Body Areda turning, trying to go forward with it. Columbus, once again, all over it defensively. Slotted ahead, Rincon. Played in behind, Alloway able to turn, leaves it off, edge of the area. Rogers can't split the double team. Rincon, though, wins it back and will cycle it along to Ibrasai. Columbus picking right up where they left off in half number 1. with their intensity, their pace, their pressure. It's made Inter Miami uncomfortable all afternoon long. Here's Bombley. Plays it over to Adu Giamfi now. Adu Giamfi shuffles, touch back inside. Knocked off the ball, sides pass, deflecting around, cleared over the bar, and out of play. A frantic moment in front of Marco Simeone for Inter Miami 2. Took a ricochet off the defender. Adu Giamfi was there. The whistle did sound, and the flag had come up, though. More issues for Inter Miami playing out of the back. Now Ibrasai muscled down. That will draw a whistle from Salvador Flores. And it will be a free kick for Columbus. Despite no corners in that first half, Crew 2 did a good job of stacking up a handful of set-piece opportunities in the attacking half. Had 3 free kicks. It's turned over, though. Ray, the interception. Attacking is Inter Miami. Trying to knife their way inside. This shot blocked away. Goes back to Ray. Second ball served out wide. Knocked away from Abadi Areda. Shoveled forward by Alloway. Found Rincon. Wanted to get it back to Alloway. Space closed off very quickly by Sumaya. Won't matter though. Columbus already back on it. Over to Adu Giamfi on the right. Adu Giamfi now. De Libera shovels it back over. Adu Giamfi laid off back inside. De Libera trying to straddle that stripe. Able to knock it off the boots of the Miami defender, and it's out for Columbus's first corner. Three corner goals this season for Columbus Crew 2. Nico Rincon will get things set up from this near flag. And a corner goal Columbus did against NYC FC now 3 matches ago. Kevin Bombley scored off of. So pushing and shoving inside that 6-yard box. Palacios trying to crowd the keeper there, and Daniel Sumaya taking some exception to it. It'll draw a whistle from Flores, trying to sort out all those shoves right in front of Simeone. Rincon lifts it, back post, pushed away, the rebound coughed up. There's a collision in the box. Simeone had gone down, and that will draw a whistle. Simeone tried to punch it away. Didn't get the best of punches on it. Fortunate to have the whistle there to bring a stoppage to play. Could have caused a big dangerous moment for Inter Miami defensively. Speaking of defense, Columbus, again, another interception. Up to 13 interceptions in this contest. And Libera knocked off the ball, though. Alloway able to block that clearance away. Falls out. Shaw will have the throw. Romero will watch this one roll all the way into the Columbus penalty area. He'll scoop it up and roll it back out. That underscores the biggest issue so far today for Inter Miami, and it's just been a lack of teeth to their attack. No options going forward. Helped ahead, Abadi Ureta will try to run this down, and will on the left. See the frustration there from Abadi Ureta, just no support to serve that ball in, unable to. Raina back over the top. Because of the way Columbus has held its shape so well defensively throughout this contest, it has made Inter Miami rely on that long pass over the top, just trying to break lines. They just haven't had consistent enough success there. They've had a couple good looks, especially early in that first half. And the one effort set up off a long pass forward that was cleared off the goal line by Ruvalcaba. Ibrasai taken down, that will draw a whistle. Coaches will tell you there's 3 ways to break down a team. You can go over them, around them, or through them. Columbus not letting any of that happen so far today. Powering life's most important moments, American Electric Power. Comes Ibrasai. Columbus on the move. Knocked away. It falls to Ray. Ray will roll it forward. Slip it back inside to Diego Ray. One of the 3 changes made by Ledesma and company at the halftime break. Shaw coughed it up. And now Columbus speeding forward with it, courtesy of Rincon. Forward, it's Bombly! Blocked away, but it's in! 4 goals in his last 3 matches for Kevin Bombly. 3-0 Columbus. Kevin Bombly heating up down the stretch of the season. Had a goal late in the first half and picking up where he left off. Simeone getting all of it with both gloves. Just unable to stop that shot from Kevin Bombly. A brace, and Columbus are cruising at home.
Your crew to goal. His second of the game, 5th of the season, scored in the 56th minute by number 31, Kevin Bombly. Assisted by number 30,
Kevin Bombly, well in form entering the month of September. 5 goals on the season, 4 of which have come in his last 3 MLS Next Pro appearances. To Miami now, just desperately trying to find the response. Haven't had much of an answer for what Columbus has thrown their way so far today, as Basabe will slide it along to the back. The way Columbus, just like that, that's a prime example of it, the way they've been able to close off space when Miami tries to move with it. In large part, helped disrupt the Inter Miami buildup, as Palacios will get it over to Otto Giamfi. Ortiz impeded, that will draw a whistle. Well, Ledesma, some frustration, just hacks that ball away. And Santiago Ledesma shown yellow. Hasn't been an overly physical or overly card-filled affair. Not just the second booking.
Yellow card has
Ortiz held there from behind by Gio Ferraina. And then there at the last minute, Ledesma comes over, just boots the ball away. In front of our center referee. And now quickly restarted by Columbus. Out wide. Here's Bombley. Rolls it inside. Forces a quick clearance by Inter Miami. Well, that man there at the bottom of your screen, Federico Higuain, Columbus Crew 2 manager, has to be a happy man with the way his team has performed. Statistics tell just about the full story. Columbus, they've had all the possession. They've had almost all the shots on target. They have the lead to show for it on the score sheet. Zaha taken down, quickly restarting it off the free kick, and Inter Miami progressing forward. Here's Shaw. Cross stood up in front. Zaha couldn't get a boot to it. A roll across the end line, and Romero will have a goal kick, not before showing some love to the back line in front of him. That grouping, as you see it again, Zaha just hacking away at it, couldn't get a foot to it. That grouping, the back three of Columbus plus their netminder and Abraham Romero, they have turned in such a strong performance today, stymieing what, despite a difficult 2025, has at times been an electric Inter Miami offense. Palacios hoofs it away from danger. Bombley able to knock it free from a crowd. Here's Ortiz. Ortiz rolls it forward. Offside flag will come up. And Rincon caught out of position. And now Rincon taken down and stays down. Ortiz getting right up in the face of Inter Miami's captain, Gio Ferraina. The assistant referee coming all the way over. You can audibly hear him shouting, "Go away," at Ortiz. This is what set this skirmish up. Rolled forward, Rincon in an offside position. At the end of it, Ferraina grabbing away at Rincon. And then not shown there in that replay was Christian Ortiz coming over and having words.
Yellow card's been assessed to Columbus, number 30, Nico Rincon, his first.
Meanwhile, Nico Rincon shown yellow after that situation has been sorted out. Quickly forward, Inter Miami, canceled out by the defending of Columbus. Worked ahead, Bombley in space, he'll run it down. Shaw trying to close off that space and does. Here's Kevin Bombley, 2 goals today for Columbus Crew 2. Booted ahead. Manu Giamfi will step in front and intercept. Vertiv, official data center equipment provider of the Columbus Crew. Manu Giamfi held up by Basabe, and that will draw a whistle. Palacios able to clear it out. Abadiareda will have the throw. Aina gets it back to Abadiareda. Inter Miami 2 going down a goal in the 10th minute, and since then it's been 3 unanswered for Columbus. There was a whistle from Salvador Flores, and Abadiareda will restart it for Inter Miami. A 10th minute goal conceded to Nico Rincon and Crew 2. The 17th time this season the Herons have gone down a goal first. Now the 9th time in the last 10 matches, just 4 points earned over the last month of the season when conceding the opening goal. They have a long hole to climb out of if they want to try to improve upon that mark today. Both teams readying changes. Inter Miami will make their 4th substitution of this contest. Brian Destin will come on, just the 6th appearance for the Haitian. Columbus readying 2 changes of their own. Keyshawn Ferdinand on. Well, Willis also will come on, the August 21st signing, former Middlesbrough man, to make his 2nd appearance of the season. The extended stoppage play, able to resume. Inter Miami with it. Trying to stretch the pitch out here. Forward they go to Basabe. Offside flag is up. Columbus following this contest, they will have a chance to stay at home. 3 of their final 4 matches following this will be at the friendly confines of historic Crew Stadium. Here's a whistle. Brian Destin coming on and immediately making an impact, albeit not in the way he was probably hoping. An early foul handed out to Destin. A tough stretch, rather, to end the campaign for Columbus Crew 2. They get Philadelphia, Toronto, and Chicago Fire sandwiched in between that trifecta of teams, all in that playoff conversation. Their heck is plausible derby opponents in FC Cincinnati 2. As we have a whistle again, and it's a foul again against Inter Miami. Rogers funnels it forward. Out wide, it's Alloway. Washed away by a whistle from Salvador Flores. However, Columbus have been so good in those wide areas. A good amount of their chances have been generated by carrying it into the right and left channels. Whipping crosses in with a lot of pace behind them. As we've seen already today, at least one of their goals doesn't even have to be a cross. A good centering pass in. Forward, looking for Destin. Claimed by Columbus again, as De Libera gives it over to Ado Giamfi. Domination of the wide space is all in keeping, as we have a whistle from Salvador Flores, all in keeping with that tactical synergy that Federico Higuain, this Columbus Crew 2 coaching staff, trying to have within this Columbus organization, going all the way back to the beginning of the season. It is something that Higuain had talked about how that synergy helps development of young players. Now he feels so supported by the first team of Columbus Crew. Rincon wins it back. Here's Rincon now, wanting options, rolled across and tapped in, 4-0. The super substitute, Pharrell Willis, comes on and adds to Columbus's tally. All set up, like we've seen time and again today, off an Inter Miami turnover. Nico Rincon able to fight through challenges. Rincon drawing both defenders in. Just a defensive lapse for Inter Miami, and the easiest goal that Pharrell Willis will score in his career. Inter Miami will use this opportunity to make another change. Ricardo Montenegro will come on, Ledesma will come off. Pharrell Willis, his first goal in a Columbus Crew 2 shirt. He and Crew 2 taking out a season's worth of frustrations offensively on Inter Miami right now.
Substitution for Miami, number 69, Ricardo Montenegro replaces number 78.
Giamfi muscled down, and there's another whistle. A free kick given to Columbus Crew 2. Rincon rolls it down the outside channel, wanting Alloway, who lost his footing. And across the end line it goes. Performance Columbus family of dealerships, proud partner of the Columbus Crew. Bombley able to knock it free. De Libera pouncing on it initially. Hold on to it though. Now Basabe, fight off challenges, worked all the way back down by Rubalcaba. Out it goes. It will be a throw for Montenegro and Inter Miami 2. Rather Basabe, as they defer to him on the toss back end. Unable to make much happen with it though. Change of possession occurs off the giveaway from Diego Rey, and out of Giamfi will throw it back in. Rogers ahead, advantage played as Rogers stays down. Rincon just trying to pull all the strings, knocked away, forward, they find Destin, turns. Zeltzer Zubida now, ready to go back to Destin. Rogers able to get back to his feet and hack it all the way down. Back with it is Inter Miami. They cut it centrally. Ray went down. Now Sai, what a ball rolled through. In behind is Bombley, stopped by Simeone. Had his eyes on a third and stonewalled by Inter Miami's 16-year-old goalkeeper. Willis comes up with it again, slipped through by Rincon. Now Willis. Columbus will reset things, and you see Ruvalcaba throw the hand up as if to say, just slow things down a little bit. Ferdinand gives it back to Rogers. Columbus all day long, they have been able to use Inter Miami's aggressiveness against them. Romero works it over to Otto Giamfi. Where Columbus, as a team, they love to build things out from the back. They have been insistent on doing that today. Whipped up ahead to Willis, and it's drawn Inter Miami in to allow options forward like this. Alloway to Ferdinand. Rincon sidesteps one. Still Rincon parried away by Simeone. Marco Simeone continuing to stop shots. Despite conceding 4 goals, he has turned in a strong performance in terms of his shot-stopping ability. Just like this, putting the leg up, denying Kevin Bombley his 3rd of the day.
Yellow card has been assessed to Miami number 87, Ian McCurdy, his 1st of the match.
Ian Urquidy, the Inter Miami U17er, shown yellow. Rincon, a goal and 2 assists today. Bombley, 2 goals and an assist. Pharrell Willis getting his 1st goal as a member of Columbus crew. It's been a day to remember for Columbus here at home, and for Inter Miami, who commits the foul again, a day to forget. Up to 16 goals conceded in Inter Miami's last 4 matches, including the 4 allowed, as Columbus will bring on Quentin Elliott, the former Indiana Hoosier and Louisville Cardinal. Driven forward, Bombley nods it down, forces a quick clearance away by Basabe. Miami trying to turn it upfield. An errant clearance out of play. There is a Columbus Crew 2 player still down. This is what drew Kevin Bombley down to the turf and caused him to stay down right there at the end of it. A heavy collision in midair. And Bombley helped back to his feet. You can see him trying to stretch that left arm out. One shot on target so far today for Inter Miami. Meanwhile, Columbus has ripped off 8, and 4 have found their way in. Quite an efficient day at the office for Federico Higuain's bunch. Montenegro now with it, rolling around, now finding a teammate. Up ahead, Basabe. Sai will muscle Montenegro down. Here's Shaw. Has options. Rolled over Zeltzer Zubida. Zeltzer Zubida trying to cut back to the outside on Alloway. Well defended by Anthony Alloway. Sparkling defensive performance for Columbus to this juncture as we come up on the final 10 minutes plus stoppage time of this contest. Rolled across, Basabe. Bonnie Areda turns it back. Ferraina. Overhit on that pass, rolls out the end line, and it will be another goal kick for Abraham Romero. Time and again, Inter Miami has gone back to the well, trying to break lines using their long passing ability. And time and again, Columbus just has not blinked. Willis steps past one defender, tries to drive it forward. Miss hit on that pass toward Rincon. See on your screen the upcoming slate. Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. New England and Huntsville coming into match week 26 for Huntsville City. It was win, and you're in the playoffs. Trying to pick up a win against New England Revolution 2, who have really gotten only stronger as the season has gone on. It's been a real renaissance year for Richie Williams and the Rebs up in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Finished bottom of the Eastern Conference table a season ago. Now a real threat to potentially win it all come season's end. Both of those teams in that matchup. Huntsville City has one of the stoutest offenses in the league, can put up goals in bunches. Rolled forward, out wide to Ray. Ray's cut back inside. Comes across the end line. Romero went sprawling for it. Stay on this end. Inter Miami will have the corner. Zeltzer Zubida will take it. Zeltzer Zubida swings it out toward the spot, headed down, falls to Ferdinand, can't clear it, and it's booted out of play by Inter Miami. Six shots today for the Herons. 5 of them have gone off target, including that effort from Ian Urquidy. The restart to this contest delayed. Salvador Flores taking issue with where Brian Destin was at. Oddly enough, Destin didn't move, and Flores determines play can resume. Here's Rincon connecting with Bombley. Those two men had a hand in all 4 of the goals scored today for Columbus. Elliott past one, now past a second. Here's Quinton Elliott, just to slot it inside to Rincon. Battles through one challenge. Sai. Ferdinand, De Libera, back to Elliott on the right. Elliott just had that ball on a string, able to pull it back to Bombley now. Over to Ferdinand. Columbus really trying to use these passing combinations on the near side. Running out of room though, it was Keyshawn Ferdinand and out.
Substitution entering the game.
Columbus will make another change. Isaac Tortola will come on.
Number 51, Gio Del Libra.
The 17-year-old Crew Academy man, former U.S. Youth National teamer, before switching over to the Canadian Youth National team on. And now here is Columbus, and Tortola hitting that one wide. Ball's over to Ibra Sai now, walking the line on this right-hand side. Sai does have options around. Flanked, though, by multiple Inter Miami defenders. Sai went down. Now we have a whistle that comes in from Salvador Flores. Bombley trying to shift back to the outside. He's taken down. Kevin Bombley has been electric today. There's the 2 goals. Trying to stop on a dime there, and Basabe sweeping the leg out from underneath Kevin Bombley. Rincon puts it back into play. Elliott out wide. There's Columbus. Trying to fight their way into space. And giving it up to Pharrell Willis, and it's knocked out of play by Miami. There will be a corner for Columbus. Rincon has handled all the set pieces so far today. First, though, Salvador Flores trying to sort out Ferdinand and an Inter Miami defender jockeying for position in Daniel Sumaya. Second corner coming from Rincon. Driven into a crowd, short header away from Inter Miami. Falls back out wide to Rincon. Willis, Ferdinand tried to slip it back through to him, and here's Inter Miami now pushing forward, just trying to find that elusive opening goal. Herons were kept out of goal now 3 matches ago, a 6-0 defeat at the hands of Crown Legacy. Stayed on the road to take on Atlanta United 2. Didn't get on the score sheet until late in that contest in the 82nd minute. After trailing 3-0, Atlanta would answer less than a minute later, ultimately winning that one 4-1. Advantage played here for Ibra Sai in Columbus. Ferdinand laid off inside. Tortola. Rogers steps up, keeps the pressure on, lifted forward, out of the reach of Pharrell Willis and claimed by Simeone. Rolled out to Shaw as we come up on the final minute, plus stoppage time of regulation, and what has been, from start to finish, a clinical performance for Columbus Crew 2. Goes forward with it again. Here's Montenegro now. Plenty of space to move here for Ricardo Montenegro. Swings it out wide. Zeltzer Zubida trying to get it back to him. Columbus was ready for it. Driven all the way ahead. Here's Willis now on the right. He has 1 goal today. Officially 3 minutes of stoppage time. Elliott navigating his way in. Here's Elliott. Sails it wide of the near post and out. Well, Willis had run that ball down. Late arriving run from Elliott. A good job to get through the defenders. Good recovery by Montenegro, though. Just at the last minute, closing off space on Elliott, who misses wide. Miami will work this one out of play. It will be a Columbus throw as time continues to tick down on this contest. Miami does not get any easier for the Herons. Their in-state rivals coming up in Orlando City B on the 14th of September before back-to-back road fixtures. And it's Red Bull New York 2, one of 2 Eastern Conference teams to clinch a playoff spot, followed by Huntsville. And they end with New England at home in that stretch of their next 4 matches. Orlando City B right now, the other half of the Florida Derby, occupying the 8th and final spot, right above that cut line in the Eastern Conference. Carolina Core nipping right at their heels, though. Here comes Columbus. One last effort late. Rincon. Rincon will reset things. Caba ahead, finds its way to Rogers, who's taken down. It'll draw a late whistle from Salvador Flores. Moved it right ahead to 55 in yellow. Coming in from behind and just knocking him down was Urquidy. Simeone with it, seconds away from Miami officially being eliminated from playoff contention, and there is the whistle. It's all final in Columbus. A dominant day for Crew 2 comes to a close in front of the home fans. 4-0.
Go Crew 2.
Three of those goals coming from our man of the match. He had a hand in 3 of them, 2 of his own, and it's the man in the center of your frame now, Kevin Bombley. A brace plus an assist for Bombley, earning man of the match honors. Heating up down the stretch of the campaign is Kevin Bombley. They're gonna make it 2-0 late in the first half, made it 3-0 in the second half. They're celebrating in Columbus thanks to Kevin Bombley's efforts. What a performance turned in by Columbus Crew 2, imposing themselves on Inter Miami. For our entire MLS Next Pro broadcast crew, I'm Jake Griffith. Once again, our final, Columbus Crew 4, Inter Miami 0. Don't forget, you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLS Season Pass on Apple TV and MLSNextPro.com. Good afternoon from Ohio.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.